5210 Los Feliz Boulevard.
And I'm going to get right here and we'll zero out. Okay. We're at 5210 Los Feliz Boulevard in Los Angeles, California. This is Michael Gerace with Michelangelo's Plumbing, and we are performing a video sewer inspection. This is May 7th, 2018, and we are at our mainline cleanout right there on the right-hand side of the house as you're facing the house from the street, or the front of the house. And this is going up the back steps toward the backyard, and this is going back out toward the front of the house on the right-hand side, as I said, as you're facing the front of the house. So we're going to begin running through the mainline cleanout. We're going to zero out our camera right here. I'm going to zero this out right here. Okay, we're zeroed out, and we have our monitor on. We're going to begin running, and this line is back rated a little bit, so you can see you're kind of in water right here. Probably for the first 10-15 feet. This is the mainline cleanout. We're still in water, and then we make our turn and we come out of the water. See, we have water holding in there because this mainline cleanout is back rated a little bit. Shouldn't really harm anything. It's not great to have it back graded, but shouldn't harm anything. And now we're making a turn. We're in cast iron, and we're going out toward the back of the house. The line runs toward the back of the house and runs out to the street behind. There's roots. We have roots in the joint right here, and this transitions from cast iron to vitreous clay. Then we also have roots here and a pretty good offset in the line right here. You can see where it's actually holding back water. It's creating a dam. You kind of jump over that area, and then you'll see where it's draining out. And now we're heading out toward the street in the back, and have some small roots toward the top of the line. And we have some more roots in this joint. We've got a pretty good offset there as well. This line is not in great shape. It can be hydrojetted and then put some root X in it, and kind of a band-aid. It'll help for a while. We had some roots in this line, a little offset there. Minor roots in that joint. That joint looks to be in pretty fair condition. And that joint we had some minor roots, but not terrible. Could get by without hydrojetting this for some time if you wanted. There's some minor roots in that one. The hydrojet and then put some root X down here. Probably going to hold for a lot longer. And we have another vitreous clay joint there. Didn't look too bad. Got a vitreous clay joint here. We had some pretty heavy roots. Still got some roots up on the right hand side. And that joint has some minor roots. Doesn't look too bad. We do have some cracks in the piping. We got minor roots in that joint. We're heading downhill. We've got some roots here, and we're heading downhill now toward the city sewer. Offset there. We got a pretty good offset right there as well. You see the whole top of the pipe, but you can't see the bottom. We're dropping down into it. Got a pretty large offset right here as well, and that's at the city sewer tie-in connection. Now we're making the turn, and we're dropping in right here. And there's our city sewer. We're going to just rinse the camera lens off. Going through the line, kind of hard to get in there. Rinse that off. And that's the city sewer tie-in connection right there. See the water running through. In the street, we got some water on the lens because we are hanging quite a bit. We're pretty deep out in the street. Now we're going to pull back. see, we got a little bit of film on the camera lens. Makes it kind of tough to see. We got some cracks in there. We ran a preliminary line, and we could see some cracks, but we got quite a bit of debris on the camera lens. Not going to matter too much. We got a lot of offsets. This line does need to be either lined or replaced. You could put a CIPP sewer liner in there, which is cured in place piping, which is a cloth sock soaked in epoxy and blown into the line, which is less expensive than trying to pull a trenchless line out to the street out there or to excavate it. A lot less expensive. So you could do that in the future. You got to cover up these joints sooner or later because they'll continue to shift, and if they shift enough, they can sever. And if they sever, you're out of a sewer for a time being. You got quite a bit of separation and offset right there. That joint, you got some roots in there. It doesn't look too bad though. Quite a bit of roots and a big offset. We're holding a lot of water back here. You can start going downhill, but right when I pull back, there's a large offset right there. And then we'll pull back, and that's the transition right there. We got roots in from the cast iron to the clay. Now we're pulling back into the house. We're pulling back out of the clean out. As I said, we're back graded. So we're in water, and it's very dark and dirty water. As you can see, it's all over the ground. It's really dark and dirty water. And that's just holding water in that clean out because it's going uphill instead of downhill, the way that it should. And that concludes our video sewer inspection.